All right, here's the last thing about vectors that we're going to do with right now. So we're going to combine vectors using addition, subtraction, and scalar multiplication. It's going to be so easy, so simple. You'll be like, oh my gosh, that's it. And I'm like, that's it. That's all she wrote. So let's say vector A is A1, A2, and vector B is B1, B2. And this is actually just a vector sign. I just wrote it weird, sorry. All right, so it's a vectors. So all we're going to deal with is just the addition of vectors, the subtraction of them, subtraction, and scalar multiplication. Let's just spell scalar, right? Multiplication. And hopefully you've seen scalar multiplication when it came to matrices. So hopefully this is not a brand new thing. But if we're going to add the two vectors together, this is going to be so quick, so easy. You'll be like, ah, this is how I learned this earlier. Ah. All right, so with it, if we're going to combine these two vectors, all we do is add the things together that are in the same spot. So this is the first spot. That's the first spot. So we do A1 plus B1. And then we do what's in the second spot. So A2 plus B2. So when we actually simplify that down, that gives us the brand new vector of adding the two together. So easy, oh my gosh. That's what we did already earlier when it came up to some of the other stuff. When we came to adding and subtracting all that stuff. So here, we do subtraction. And excuse me, I was thinking of something else when I said that. That was not true. We didn't do this earlier. All right, but subtraction again works the same way. And with this one, numbers can be negatives because we already talked about negatives already earlier when we graphed them out and we plotted the points and everything. And then with scalar multiplication, we're going to use the letter K as a number, some variable or some, not variable, but some constant. And all we're going to do is take the A and we're going to multiply the first element in that vector, multiply that by K, and then multiply the second element in that vector by K. And that's it. That's all it's going to be. So we have our last example here, and then we are done with vectors for now. That's all vectors are. Simple, easy, not hard. Oh, this is my leg. That's left and right here. All right, so here's the directions. We're going to let vector M equal, 5, -7. Vector N equals 0, 4. And vector P equal -1, 3. And we're going to find each of the following. So we're going to start with A. We're going to do vector M plus vector P. And then we're going to do vector, for B, we're going to do vector M minus vector N. And again, these are going to be very simple and easy. We're talking about M and P here. So we're going to add the two first elements, 5 and -1. And then we're going to add the second element, -7 plus 3. So that, excuse me, should give us 4 for the first element, -4 for the second. And that's all she wrote. Oh my gosh, that was so hard. Oh. All right, so then we do M and N and subtract those. So we'll do 5 minus 0. And we'll do -7 minus 4. And then again, that's going to be so hard again. Oh my gosh. 5 and negative 11. Oh my gosh, it's so hard, Mr. Hall. Oh my gosh. All right. Then we have two more. We have C and D. So C we'll put here. And this is 7 times the scalar multiplication of 7 and P. So we'll just take the P and multiply by 7s. So it's 7 times negative 1 and 7 times 3. So that'll be negative 7, 21. Oh my gosh, that's so hard, Mr. Hall. That's so hard. All right, so I'm going to leave this one for you. I'm going to give you the answer, but I'm going to leave this for you to try it out, where we put multiple things together. So we're doing all of them in this one problem. And I want to see what you can do. And if you have questions, you can call me over or ask me in class. The final answer here would be 11, negative 5. And so it's going to be your job to figure out how we got 11 and negative 5. Simple and easy, not hard. All right, so the homework, I'm going to give that to you now, is page 497, numbers 14 through 34 even. And that's your homework. All right, there you go.